This is for all you multi-talented, multitasking, multi-everything people out there. Take it away.
Find your glory, write your story, fearless feet will carry you. Time you own it, take your moment, be a fire burning through. Hustling from night until morning, grinding it out, it won't be long. Feel your power, it's your hour, you inspire, you are strong.
Enjoy your Zoa. No applause? You're all fired.
Come with me if you want to live a more delicious life.
Oh, maybe we should get in the van.
In this world, we don't get to control much. The past, male pattern baldness.
What geese?
Got one right now. The urge to puff that bubble wrap. But there is one thing we do get to choose every single day. What we eat. Welcome to the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment. We have everything you want, didn't know you wanted, and some things you didn't know were possible. Because we believe if you're not having fun, you're not living free. So come on, let's live a little.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
Well, hello to you, and you. Welcome into another edition of Brainley's Virtual Tour Live. 3 people in the building with me right now. Thank you so much. Good morning to Linnell Stiller, and good morning to Mama B. It's good to see you both in the building. We have a jam-packed show for you this morning. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 destinations for you all this morning. Now, you did see the Nissan Aria. I will discuss that at another time because it does need to be a destination. But Megan Kelly, we got time for you today, child. With that being said, the first destination we got for you is Universal's Epic Universe. You know, I play that commercial at this point, not because I want y'all to go to it, but because of that great Black Brothers announcer voice. Get us ready for an epic time. Well, something unepic happened at Epic Universe. A sad situation. We want to discuss that from the top of the show. Angry Birds 3. That's right, Angry Birds 3. The movie is coming out very soon. Very excited about that. But wait till you see who got casted in it. And just like, huh? And before anybody says I'm hating this, that, and the third, I believe you should have at least somewhat of a resume before entering into something, okay? And that includes me too, all right? Ohio and Georgia. If you are a high school student in these states, I need you to get your parents to watch this show because I got a way for you to get a free education, okay? Ohio, Georgia, North Carolina. If you are a student, a high school student in those states, get your parents to watch this show today because I got 3 different ways. Ohio, Georgia, North Carolina students will get a free education. Let me take it, a free education, okay? New Orleans wants to host the Super Bowl, but they do enough in time to get their bid in. We'll talk about that. Camryn Booker was a student. Oh my Lord, she was a student at Texas Tech University. Child, we got a lot to talk about with her, and I think people are being very selective. They're being very, very selective. And finally, Megan Child, I can't wait till we get to you because you are the white female version of Stephen A. Smith and Thirsty Toxicity. With that being said, Higher is waiting, Low is available, but either way, we are live on tour. Let me take down this iconic intro here. You see that virtual tour background? Yes, you do. You hear that virtual tour music? Yes, you do. One thing to know and 2 things for sure that over here on this channel, a lot happens early. Rolling.
It's a new morning for America's family. Sun's coming up, so make it all that it can be. You know a lot happens early.
I'm Harry Smith.
I'm Julie Chen. I'm Maggie Rodriguez.
Morning everywhere. Come on, get up.
I'm Russ Mitchell.
And I'm Dave Price. And it's a little early for this.
Right now, this it's a new morning for America's family. Sun's coming up, so make it all that it can be. You know a lot happens early. Every day's good when you started it out right. But whenever you're in the daylight, and a lot happens early. Can you feel it when I say?
Good morning, everybody.
Are you girls ready for the Jonas Brothers?
We have an early show exclusive. Yes.
A lot happens early.
A lot happens
Early.
The Early Show, weekday mornings on CBS.
It's a new morning.
Yes, it is Julie Chen Moonves. It is a new morning indeed. And to Russ Mitchell, Dave Price, Harry Smith, and Maggie Rodriguez, you are absolutely right, my friends. On this channel right here, a lot happens early. Good morning, everybody. I hope all is well with each and every single one of you here. Yes, indeed. We do have a lot to get to this morning. But before that, I want to show some love to some people. I think this is a very valuable lesson of how you give is how you receive. How you give is how you receive. How you give is how you receive. So I want to shout out some people here real quick. Good morning to everybody. Glad to see you here this morning. Right here. Now, as y'all know, Melody Cherie is in New York for New York Fashion Week. And Door, Decor, and More said, yes, Bryce, shout out to you. I said, always standing and about her business. K-Love, 9361022, Robin Nicole, right here. This comment right here, I want to show y'all this. Should pop up. And then right here, Don Michelle said, hand claps, thank you, darling, strong emoji there. And then my Tweety Bird Nice 6, Taisha J, good to see my friend and 6 others. I want to show y'all the comment here. There, Don Michelle, there is a quote that says, the race is not given to the swift. That's not given to the swift nor the strong, but to those who can endure. Anybody can jump in a race, but it takes somebody to finish. it. The hardest work is the work that people don't see, that showcases out in public. Congratulations to the whole SAB squad, you, Melody, and everybody. It takes a team to lift up an amazing boat to destinations of possibilities. So when I tell you, if you do what you're supposed to do, people will recognize you're good. Just want to say that. With that being said, let's get to our destinations here. Shout out to all of you for making me smile this morning. Thank you so much for that. All right. From People Magazine, people.com. Cause of death revealed for a man who died after becoming unresponsive while riding roller coaster at Universal's Epic Universe. So this right here is Stardust Racers, a dueling launch coaster. You may remember dueling dragons at Islands of Adventure. But this is the signature ride of Celestial Park. Right? So the brother's name is Kevin Rodriguez Zavala, I think. Let me pull up his picture here, because I want to make sure that we are giving respect, reference, and an understanding of who this person is here. Oh, my Lord Jesus. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this smile right here, y'all. Oh, my Lord. And here he is here. Oh, hang on. Right here. Here he is right here. And look, why does it keep doing that? I'm trying to zoom over y'all there. You know what? Give me a moment. I'm just going to pull up a picture of that thing. I don't know why Google wants to be extra this morning, but here he is here. Looks like he is wheelchair bound. And still, people with disabilities still deserve to have a good time at a theme park. But with that being said, let's get back to this here. Kevin Rodriguez Zavala, 32, died after riding Epic Universe's Stardust Racers roller coaster on Wednesday, September 17th. The Orange Hacienda chief medical examiner has now determined his cause of death. Epic Universe first opened its gates this past May. The cause of death for Kevin Rodriguez Zavala, a 32-year-old man who died after riding the Stardust Racers roller coaster at Orlando, Florida's Epic Universe theme park, has been revealed. Zavala was found unresponsive after riding the coaster on Wednesday, September 17th, and later was pronounced dead at a nearby hospital. Zavala died after sustaining multiple blunt impact injuries, Orange Hacienda chief medical examiner Joshua Stephanie said, per local station News 6. Zavala added, according to WFTV and Wesh 2. By the way, shout out to Alex Finney, Wendy Williams-Nee. She is a anchor at one of those Florida stations. Shout out to her. We are devastated by this tragic event and extend our sincere sympathies to the guests' loved ones. A Universal spokesperson previously told People Magazine, people.com, in a statement, we are fully cooperating with the Orange County, I was about to say the Orange County Hacienda, medical team, but we are fully cooperating with Orange County and the ongoing investigation. The attraction remains closed. So, if you are going to Epic Universe today, you will not be able to ride this. Now, of course, they will, do maintenance. I don't think that this was a Cedar Point situation where a piece of the track fell. And guess what? Cedar Point still opened up that attraction. That is still having problems to this day. So maybe it's a sign from God that maybe you should stop. Let's keep going here. The Orange County Sheriff's Office previously identified the victim as a man in his 30s in a statement obtained by People Magazine, people.com. It's very early in the investigation. We have no further information for release at this time. Police added at the time. Epic Universe opened in May of 2025. According to the park, the Stardust Racers attraction can reach speeds of 62 miles per hour as riders travel across its 5,000 feet of track. Park officials have not yet announced when the coaster is expected to reopen. People Magazine, people.com have reached out to the Orange Hacienda chief medical examiner and Universal Parks USA for comment. like I said, very sad situation. When you open up a brand new park, the first one that's been opened up in 2 decades and a half, 25 years. And, you know, all of the marketing, all the advertising, all the promotion, all the hoopla and epic momentum, as I like to say, for all that to have happened and this to happen, no park, theme park rather, and company and entity and this, that, the third ever expects something like this. So please understand, Universal did not expect this. They did not want this to happen, and quite frankly, it's just sad, right? So let's keep going here because we do have some dynamic video to add to this situation here. This comes to us from West 2 News in Orlando, Florida. Here.
And thank you for joining us on this Thursday. I'm Meredith McDonough.
And I'm Alan Campbell. Let's get you right to that breaking news this morning.
Look at some of this exclusive video from Chopper 2. This is what it looked like after Universal says a person died after riding the Stardust Racers.
This morning, we begin our team coverage with West 2's Bob Hazen live outside Epic Universe. Bob, Universal says that person became unresponsive.
Yeah, and that's really all they're saying about what happened out here, although they do also clarify that the person did not fall off the ride, and they call this a tragic event. Now, as you guys said, we had Chopper 2 up over Epic Universe last night, a short time after this problem started, and we could see workers here hugging each other, clearly emotional about what happened and what they had seen. We could also see investigators from the Orange County Sheriff's Office looking at the Stardust Racers ride. It was a little after 9 p.m. when paramedics were called here to the park for that patient who we are told died at the hospital. Universal has not explained what caused the issue yet, but they did release a statement saying, quote, Universal is cooperating with the Orange County Sheriff's Office following a tragic event involving a guest at Epic Universe on Wednesday night. The guest became unresponsive after riding Stardust Racers and was transported to the hospital where the guest later died. We are devastated by this event and extend our sincerest sympathies to the guest's loved ones. We are fully committed to cooperating with this ongoing investigation. The attraction does remain closed. Now, Universal did clarify again that the victim did not fall off the ride, but nothing else about what might have led to that tragic event. Covering Orange County live at Epic Universe, Bob Hayes, West 2 News.
And Bob, we know that ride is closed today. I'm Christina Watkins, continuing our team coverage. This is what you'll see when you log on to the Universal app right now. It reads, closed today when you look under...
Can we give up for Christina's hairstyle? And by the way, I know what you're thinking, Bray, why are you pausing that? Because when you're in the news, protective hair, hairstyles for Black women usually are never seen. So I'm glad that news stations have evolved. I remember Demetra Obivore, she was talking about her, thickness and everything in between. And also, too, the fact that you can be who you are, all of this beauty on TV. So just want to give a shout out to Christina Watkins there. Okay, here we go.
It's continuing our team coverage. This is what you'll see when you log on to the continuing our team. It is closed today. I'm Christina Watkins, continuing our team coverage. This is what you'll see when you log on to the Universal app right now. It reads, closed today when you look under Epic and search attractions. This racing coaster is one of the most popular rides at Epic Universe. Look at it. It's a dueling coaster and it is a thrilling beast. It takes riders at speeds up to 62 miles an hour, up to heights at 133 feet along 5,000 feet of track. And if you look here from Chopper 2, you can see there are 2 sides racing each other on a green track and a yellow track. And at one point, the 2 coaster vehicles performed this inverted crisscross right there while speeding through the air. They call that the celestial spin. Stardust is by far the longest coaster ever created by Universal Orlando and its manufacturer, Mack Rides. And like all of the rides at Epic, Stardust went through extensive testing before it even opened. Take a look. It needed to have 80 consecutive hours of flawless testing. Now, before you get on the ride, Universal does warn about how this coaster can include sudden and dramatic acceleration, also climbing tilting and inversion and dropping. You also have to be at least 4 feet tall. And it warns people should not ride if they are struggling with blood pressure, heart conditions, back or neck issues, sensitivity to strobe lights, motion, and fog. Not to mention expected moms or people who just had surgery recently should not ride Stardust racers. All of this according to Universal safety guidelines. The park also requires people to put any loose items in a locker. They even have to go through a metal detector before getting on this coaster. Alan?
Thank you, Christina Watkins and West 2 News for that update there. As you see there, big piece of mail seen hanging from Stardust Racers. So we're going to go to that now. Like I said, this is a developing story. So, of course, as we find out more, I will report to you as we have the facts. Let's keep going. This comes to us from WFTV Channel 9. Here we go.
WFTV tonight, a first-hand account of a tragedy at Epic Universe.
The cast members just started screaming, "Get out, get off the coaster, get off the coaster."
New information about how a guest died on a roller coaster and what we now know about the ride.
Stardust Racers is a very intense attraction.
Live team coverage of this roller coaster death right now on WFTV tonight. Good evening, I'm Greg Warmouth. Martha is off tonight. Epic Universe just closed for the night a day after 32-year-old Kevin Zavala died on the Stardust Racers ride out at the park. We have live team coverage of this major story tonight. Valerie Boy talks with an eyewitness. What happened? Ashton Webb investigates the ride and its history of injuries. And we begin with Sabrina Majori, who is live outside the park. And Sabrina, you
By
actually...
the way, y'all, Stardust Racers literally just opened up, it was May 22nd. So let me go back here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 120, 121. So 121 days, Epic Universe has been open. Now, I have not seen this video. I am seeing it as you are seeing it for the first time, but I don't believe it's been that many injuries in 121 days of the park being open. Okay, so let's keep going.
Went inside earlier tonight. What did you see and hear?
Yeah, Greg, I can tell you that this accident is what people were talking about inside the park. We heard employees and people trying to understand what happened to Kevin Zavala. Now, we did get in contact with his family today, and understandably, they were not ready to talk about this tragedy.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
Beyond the entrance of Epic Universe, the music and dancing waterfalls were working as normal at Celestial Park Thursday, but clues of last night's tragedy remained outside of Stardust Racers. Signs posted outside of the ride said Stardust Racers would not be open. Barricades and employees blocked the entrance, all while onlookers took pictures of the now still coaster. The Orange County Medical Examiner saying 32-year-old Kissimmee resident Kevin Zavala died after becoming unconscious on the ride. According to the medical examiner, his death was an accident caused by multiple injuries from coming in contact with a blunt object.
It's really unfortunate. And hopefully it's a one-off thing.
Tonight, Orange County deputies are continuing to investigate after they were first called to Stardust Racers Wednesday evening.
Stardust Racers is a very intense attraction.
Theme park expert Danny Cox has ridden the coaster multiple times. It reaches speeds of over 62 miles per hour and sends passengers up 133 feet into the air as they race along a crisscross track.
When you hit that height, even though you're strapped in, you're going to feel yourself almost weightlessness.
This safety guide warning the high-speed coaster includes an inversion and sudden acceleration. People with heart conditions, expectant mothers, and those with back pain told they should not ride.
And Universal sent us a statement today saying, quote, "We are devastated by this event and extend our sincerest sympathies to the guests' loved ones." The park says they are fully cooperating with Orange County investigators. For now, reporting live in Orange County, I'm Sabrina Majore, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
All right, Sabrina, thank you. Our team coverage continues right now with Channel 9's Valerie Boyan. Val, you talked with someone who actually saw what happened last night.
Yes, Greg. The witness says he saw the victim slumped over in the seat, and he also noticed a piece of the ride in the same seat.
I was scared. Like, everyone was scared.
Tommy Italian says he was towards the front of the line waiting to get on the Stardust Racers roller coaster when all of a sudden he heard yelling.
The cast members just started screaming, "Get out, get off the coaster, get off the coaster, everyone off the platform." And it turned into full pandemonium.
He says a doctor ran to help, putting a tourniquet on victim Kevin Rodriguez Zavala.
I see a guest jump over the railing and go up to a guest that was on the coaster. And I later found out that she was a doctor and she was performing emergency aid at that time.
Tommy, who's a TV and TikTok reporter, noticed something as Zavala was slumped over the restraint rail of the ride.
There was a big piece of metal from the seat that was detached, hanging off of the coaster.
Oh, wow.
He also tried to console others upset over the confusion because riders had their phones locked in a locker and couldn't get them back right away.
There were families in there yelling and crying because they had not only been separated from their family, they had no phone to contact their family.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, just awful. Now, Tommy says the incident happened around 8:30 last night. He was finally able to get his phone at around 10 o'clock after the park closed, and that's why he says he wasn't able to get any scene video. Meanwhile, he says he is praying for Zavala's family. Reporting live in Orlando, Valerie Boy for Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
Valerie, thank you. Officially, we do not know for sure if the rider was struck by an object or if he suffered the trauma from the speed, the G-force, or an abrupt stop. I talked with a board-certified emergency medicine doctor late tonight within the last half hour who said roller coasters have inherent risks no matter the rider's health.
It's unclear. There's no evidence, at least from what my research, whether he was struck by something. But again, you think of a car accident where people change speed suddenly, you can get head trauma without actually hitting anything just from the change in speeds. It's called a coup contra coup injury. So it still could be blunt trauma without actually hitting something external.
Our team coverage continues with Ashlyn Webb, who joins me in studio. Ashlyn, when you hear the cause of death is blunt force impact, people automatically have questions about the inspections of this ride and who built this.
And at this point, we still don't know what caused the man to have these blunt impact injuries, but we do know up until now, this ride has not had any major incidents. We also know this ride was a record breaker in terms of its size, both for Universal and also for its German manufacturer.
Stardust Racers is Universal's longest roller coaster and the largest ever built by manufacturer Mack Rides. Eyewitness News found Mack Rides, the German-based company with roller coasters, water rides, and amusement rides all over the world, including many right here in Orlando. Stardust Racers opened with the rest of Epic Universe back in May, but a July report shows there have been incidents on Stardust Racers before. Universal self-reported 2 incidents in June. A 63-year-old with pre-existing conditions became dizzy.
So let's pause this for a minute. 1 fish, 2 fish, red fish, blue fish, right? That's over in Islands of Adventure, risk pain. Okay, 60-year-old risk pain. Hiccup's Wing Gliders, which is in the How to Train Your Dragon Owlberg section of Universal's Epic Universe, 32 years old. Chest pain. Jimmy Fallon's Race Through New York, 72 years old. Weakness, dizziness. The Incredible Hulk coaster, 77 years old. Chest pain. Stardust Racers, 63. Dizziness / altered state of consciousness. Pre-existing condition. Kara L. That's over on Islands of Adventure in Zeus Landing. 22 years old, altered level of consciousness. Stardust Racers, 47 years old, visual disturbance / numbness, pre-existing condition. Now, I will gladly say on the record that I was wrong about this, okay? When we talk about serious injuries, right? There are side effects from roller coasters. That goes without saying, but it needs to be said. When I said that I don't believe it was any big serious injuries in 121 days, I'm meaning from this type of impact, right? So on the record, I was wrong. There hasn't been, really any major incidents. These are major incidents, but these are more side effects than anything else, just to get some context, conjecture, and connection there. Okay, let's keep going.
Easy on the ride, and a 47-year-old with pre-existing conditions experienced numbness after riding the attraction. Because the park has more than 1,000 employees, Universal is in charge of doing their own inspections, not the state. WFTV legal analyst Bill Schaefer says Universal has a duty of care to provide a reasonably safe space for its guests, particularly because visitors are paying money. At this point, we don't know of any defects with the ride, but Schaefer says Universal is responsible for detecting defects, even if they were not known before.
What if college was more than a place to earn a degree? What if college was a place where you can find your people?
It might be hard to argue that Universal didn't have the opportunity to discover a latent defect. Now, the bottom line is it could be a latent defect by the manufacturer. Does that let Universal off the hook? No. That just brings the manufacturer of the equipment and perhaps who installed it into the liability picture.
And just to reiterate, we do not know of any defects at this point, and Universal says it is cooperating with Orange County's investigation into the death. We have reached out to Mack Rides this afternoon asking if they wanted to comment on this investigation and also if there were any concerns about the safety of this ride. We have not heard back. Reporting in studio, Ashlyn Webb, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
All right, Ashlyn. Again, I know that you'll stay on top of this, and so will the 9 Investigates team. Now, the last major death on a Central Florida attraction was the 14-year-old boy who fell from the drop tower at Icon Park in 2022. Investigators revealing that Tyree Sampson's harness was improperly adjusted for large passengers, and those modifications allowed him to slip out during the 400-foot drop and fly out to his death on the concrete below. The ride was taken down in 2023. A jury awarded his family more than $300 million, holding the manufacturer negligent. Now, there is still so much we don't know officially about this recent accident. Of course, as always, we are going to stay on top of this and every development in the investigation. Our team also is digging to try to find out what happened and why. We did reach out to the victim's father tonight. He did not want to talk at this point. He was instructed not to. So again, we'll see if he does talk maybe tomorrow. Be sure to download the WFTV app for the latest updates. We send it right to your phone. All right. Well, we are getting close to Friday, and that, of course, means football Friday night on 9.
Can you imagine a 400-foot drop to your death? Prayers up to that young man that he's in heaven, and so sorry to the family and friends of that young man there. So we do have more videos here. We have 2 more videos, and then we're going to move on. We'll probably take the commercial break after this, because one thing, no, 2 things for sure. With our channel here, I always think about you guys when it comes to mental health of our show. And sometimes we're able to move on to nations, but sometimes it's important to be able to take time out just to have a bit of a breather as well. So yes, indeed here. So let's get to this video here.
And that big story tonight at 5, the man who died after riding the Stardust Racers roller coaster at Epic Universe has been identified, and his cause of death is now public.
So the Orange County Medical Examiner has told us late this evening 32-year-old Kevin Rodriguez Zavala' death was an accident, and he suffered multiple blunt impact injuries. The sheriff's office says he was found unresponsive last night on Stardust Racers. He was taken to the hospital where he was pronounced dead.
West 2 has been on top of this story since the very beginning. On the left is exclusive video from Chopper 2 last night over Epic as investigators were on site. And on the right, a live look through Chopper 2 over Epic right now.
We have live team coverage starting with West 2 News investigative reporter Greg Fox outside of the theme park tonight. Greg, the cause of death raises plenty of questions.
Yeah, it sure does, because I think a lot of people, when they hear stories like this at all of the theme parks, including Epic Universe, Disney, SeaWorld, all of the parks around here, you think that it's a medical condition. Strokes and heart attacks happen all the time. But what led to this man's death? Now we're seeing the start of what will likely be.
It's never been easier to start a podcast than with Riverside. Here's how it works. First, go to Riverside.
A much longer investigation here at Epic Universe. Claire Ross and her family are visiting from overseas and heard about the death of a 32-year-old man following a ride on Stardust Racers at Universal Epic Universe. She and others planning to go to the park aren't sure about riding that coaster.
Was going to go on that ride, now potentially questionable, but obviously I'd like to understand what actually happened. Was it the ride or was it something pre-existing?
It is obviously very sad. Hopefully, we feel bad for his family and things as well. But he maybe had some underlying health conditions and things.
From Chopper 2, you can see deputies and park workers near the rails and the guest entry points. 2 off-duty deputies responded to a man-down call and found the rider unconscious. Universal said the guest became unresponsive after riding Stardust Racers and was transported to the hospital where the guest later died. We are devastated by this event and extend our sincerest sympathies to the guest's loved ones.
People, welcome in.
We are fully committed to cooperating with this ongoing investigation. The attraction remains closed.
So for those of you who do not know what's going on, there was a man who died after riding Stardust Racers, which is the signature ride for Celestial Park at Universal's Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort in Orlando, Florida. He suffered multiple blunt impact injuries. We watched a video from a witness that said that there was something, a piece of metal maybe from the seat that was a part of this as well. Excuse me. So, like I said, of course, this is a developing story. As I get updates, I port them to you. This happened, let me see here. Just to give y'all context, conjecture, and connection here. This happened Wednesday. So literally 2 days ago. And so, of course, this weekend will be very somber for people going to Universal's Epic Universe. And oh my Lord, that's it's just sad all the way around.
The medical examiner's report says Kevin Rodriguez Zavala died of accidental blunt force trauma. Shown here during the month Epic Universe opened in May, the dual launch coaster, which can go as fast as 62 miles an hour and peak at 133 feet, is an extremely intense experience, according to theme park blogger Darren White.
Even outside of a fault happening on the ride, these are extreme forces to put on your body. I mean, when you're going on a roller coaster or a drop ride or any kind of thrill attraction, even if you're skydiving, you're putting something on your body that is not something that your body is really used to experiencing, and that can be a lot for anybody.
That's why Universal has signs posted that indicate people with certain medical conditions should avoid riding. The state has joined the sheriff's office investigation to ensure the operation of the ride is safe and did not contribute to the man's death. The Orange County Sheriff's Office is the lead agency looking into this death that occurred
after the 32-year-old man rode a roller coaster here at Epic Universe. Live in Orange County, Greg Fox, WSHG News.
And tonight, we're looking into the latest injury reports across all of our parks here in Central Florida. The most recent report from the State Department of Agriculture is from July 15th. This is also the first quarterly report to include Epic Universe, which opened in May. From April to July, 12 injuries were reported at all of our parks. 7 injuries were reported at Universal Orlando Parks, and of those injuries, 3 were documented at Epic about a month after the park opened. On June 22nd, the report shows a 63-year-old man became dizzy while on Stardust Racers. He had pre-existing conditions. And then 2 days later, the state reported a 47-year-old woman who also had a pre-existing condition reported experiencing some sort of visual disturbance or numbness on the same ride. On Hiccup's Wing Gliders, a 32-year-old man who did not have any pre-existing issues said he felt some chest pain.
Now, you notice several of those citing those pre-existing conditions, and it's common to ignore the warning signs you see right before rides.
Lindsay Sablon is live from Chopper 2 tonight, looking into what you should consider before you hop on a ride. Lindsay.
The 10th anniversary Grand Voyage is an extended celebration packed with rewards, memories, and missions.
Doctor told me very plainly, do not ignore those warnings. They exist for a reason. I would like to give you a live look at that ride from Chopper 2 right now, the Stardust Racers. And we're zooming in here because in the last 20 minutes, the Chopper 2 crew, we were trying to see if we could see underneath that green awning. And if you look alive along with me, you notice maybe just the nose of that car. That car appears to have been stopped there since it was closed.
This car right here, ladies and gentlemen, right here.
Down last night. This is a thrill seeker's dream. 5,000 feet of track, racing cars with some serious G-force. So what is that doing to your body?
Blood flow to our brain, blood flow to our organs. They are really, the body really is used to simply normal gravity. And when we go through these very high intensity maneuvers, we're like flying in a fighter jet.
Dr. Jaya Leland hasn't been on Stardust Racers, but we showed him the ride. While it seems obvious, I wanted to know the real science behind why expectant mothers or people with cardiovascular problems should avoid these types of rides.
Some of these rides can have G-force that can be magnified, affecting things like blood flow. People can have trauma, bump their head.
The description for Stardust Racers states high speed, sudden and dramatic acceleration, climbing, tilting, inversion, and dropping. Warnings to take seriously. The celestial world is all about creating that outer space feeling here on Earth with lights and strobes, something else Dr. Leland says can have a negative effect on your health.
Strobe lights are well-known triggers for things like seizure disorder, neurologic conditions.
But Dr. Leland stressed it's important you get annual screenings we all ignore because you could feel healthy but have an underlying condition that flares under stress.
And back out here live, a view from Chopper 2, you see there are no cars currently moving on those yellow tracks. That is because the ride is shut down today. And man who builds roller coasters for a living that is not affiliated with Universal told me it's known how long this ride could be shut down, a day or two. It all depends on the investigation. And there is a lot that will come out on this investigation. I spoke with a personal injury lawyer earlier. I asked her if she thought that the park could be held liable for this man's death. And she told me it all depends on what comes out of this investigation. Live in Chopper 2, I'm Lindsay Sablon, WSH2 News.
Now, theme park rides undergo vigorous testing. Stardust Racers goes as fast as 62 miles an hour and as high as 113 feet in the air. Daniel Lavelle didn't work on this ride, but knows what goes into building these and making sure they're safe. He says it all starts at construction.
We make sure that the fitment of the track pieces are good, the trains are technically sound.
What are they looking for to make sure that this ride is safe?
Well, I mean, obviously a lot of it is technical data. They'll hook up machines to the ride, like I said, with an accelerometer and G-force meter. They want to make sure that it's not, let's say if the ride is supposed to do 3.5 Gs, and it's doing 3.7 or 3.8, they can take that data and say, all right, maybe we need to slow it down in a certain area or do something different with the track.
We also asked the International Association of Amusement Parks and Attractions what goes into theme park safety testing. A spokesperson says, quote, criteria are detailed for risk assessment, hazard mitigation, rider restraint and dimensions, biomechanical considerations, including acceleration limits, mechanical loads, electrical, operating conditions, fencing, handrails, gates, walkways, signage, and many other areas.
Thank you, West 2 News, for that. And this will be our last video here. And then we will take a break. Well, actually, we'll do this video, and then I'll give my final thoughts on this. I'm giving you all of this dynamic video to let you know the severity of this. And it's important that when you have a platform, you give what you can to help people be able to navigate what they're seeing and hearing in terms of the vitality of what's being said.
We need to follow a developing story this hour. The Stardust Racers roller coaster in Epic Universe now closed after a man died after riding it. Thanks for joining us. I'm John Brown.
Good evening. I'm Louis. Our Skyfox drone flying over that empty coaster. Our Skyfox.
Brown.
Good evening. I'm Louis. Our Skyfox drone flying over that empty coaster today. We know the 32-year-old man who died from multiple blunt impact injuries. That basically means that he died from the impact of his body repeatedly hitting an object. Well, we have live team coverage tonight. We start with Fox 35's Hannah McKenzie. So, Hannah, you spoke with someone who actually witnessed this incident.
I sure did. He tells me he was one of the next people to get on that roller coaster. That is until ride attendants realized something was very, very wrong. Now, I also actually spoke with the victim's sister briefly over the phone. Tearfully, she told me her brother was here last night with his girlfriend for what was supposed to be a fun outing.
Oh, my God.
Our Skyfox drone showing Epic Universe's dueling roller coaster, Stardust Racers, at a standstill Thursday. And from the Skyfox chopper, people can be seen pacing around the empty coaster. Just hours ago, the Orange County Sheriff's Office confirming 32-year-old Kevin Rodriguez Zavala died Wednesday night after riding the roller coaster. Tommy Italiano was second in line, about to board it.
And out of nowhere, the attendant just starts screaming on the top of his lungs, "Everyone get out, get off of the coaster."
Italiano says he saw Rodriguez Zavala still strapped into the seat.
The person was completely slouched over the restraint, completely unresponsive. And I noticed a woman jump over the railing. And we later found out that she was a doctor and she went to administer emergency aid.
This isn't the first incident reported on Stardust Racers. Between April and July of this year, 2 people reported feeling unwell after being on the coaster. According to a report from Theme Park Injuries, a 63-year-old man reported feeling dizzy and a 47-year-old woman reported vision issues. Both people had pre-existing medical conditions. President and CEO of the International Association of Amusement Parks and Attractions, telling us Florida regulations require all rides be designed, built, and operated according to global safety standards. Each ride has requirements for categories including risk assessment, rider restraint, and acceleration limits. According to Universal, Stardust Racers spans 5,000 feet of track. The coaster, 133 feet high, reaches 62 miles per hour. We reached out to the ride manufacturer, German-based Mack Rides. We didn't hear back.
Well, for those of you who are wondering what's going on, a gentleman, this gentleman right here, passed away after riding Epic Universe's Stardust Racers at Celestial Park inside Universal's Epic Universe. He rode the roller coaster and died Wednesday, September 17th. This is an ongoing story. There was something of a piece of metal that was in the seat. We don't know of what. There is an ongoing investigation. Like I said, I'm bringing you everything that I know about at this time. You know, we are theme park nerds over here, but we are also about soul as well. So there is no way to cover this story without the tone that I'm having, because that could have been me, that could have been you, that could have been any of us, for sure. So let's keep going here.
Now, we have also heard some reports from people saying that it took a long time for first responders to get here, some telling me around 15 minutes, but that is not the case. I just heard back from Orange County Fire Rescue Department. They say they got the call just before 9:10 p.m. and crews were there on scene in approximately 5 minutes. Reporting live in Orlando, Hannah McKenzie, Fox 35 News.
Thanks, Hannah. And our live team coverage continues with Randy Hildreth.
And Randy, you have been looking into security procedures for this ride. What did you find out today?
We still don't know the circumstances of what happened leading up to this man's death, but according to the medical examiner's report, he died from multiple blunt impact injuries. Now, as Hannah reported, Kevin Zavala died after riding the Stardust Racers roller coaster at Epic Universe. It is described as a high-speed roller coaster with speeds up to 62 miles per hour. It includes sudden and dramatic acceleration, tilting, flips, and drops. Riders must be at least 4 feet to ride, and riders must be able to maintain an upright position and support their neck and torso. Also, according to the medical examiner's report, this incident has been ruled an accident. Reporting tonight, Randy Hildreth, Fox 35 News.
We have got to the point so much. So, with that being said, I'm gonna come on the big screen for this one. Theme parks are supposed to bring wonder, joy, and delight. Right now, I can imagine families, singles, and anyone and everyone. I don't know who that is. Anyone and everyone is probably worried right now about going to Epic Universe, about going to SeaWorld, Busch Gardens, Disney World, your local theme park. You know, Arkansas is Magic Springs. You're in Ohio, Cedar Point. And I want to say this. Pay attention to the signs. Know yourself and what you can and cannot handle. But most of all, don't let this stop you from having fun. But also recognize that it's okay just to go and enjoy the park. Because what I don't want is for conspiracy theories to be running amok on this destination that we're at right now. I don't want people to say, oh, Epic Universe is this, that, and the third, because it's not. Nobody ever wants anything to happen to anybody at any one of these parks. And yes, we have spent almost a full hour on this destination alone because it needs that. The good thing about being on YouTube is you have time to dedicate a length of time to content. As you saw, some of those videos were 8 minutes, some of them were 4 minutes. We spent a total of 53 minutes and 28 seconds on this story because the severity needs to be underscored of how important it is to give respect to the warning signs, but also to not to bash Universal here. And with those cast members, even though the park has been open for 121 days, those cast members for Disney, those team members for Universal, and anybody working in the world of amusement parks, they see those customers as family. Some of them have been going to these parks for 5 years, 10 years, 50 years. Cedar Point just celebrated their 100-year anniversary, right? Disney World's been around for 50 years. Universal Orlando probably has hit their milestone of how long they've been around. So you think about how many moms and dads and kids and people in general and Lati Dati, everybody that wants to teach out with your girl have been through those gates. And so when they said that those cast members were saying, get off the ride, get off the ride, I promise you that was from the soul, because while they have a job to do, these people are also human beings as well. So when you go to Epic Universe today, give some love, grace, and space to those team members, to the family of Kevin Rodriguez Zavala. We send nothing but love, light, and prayers to you. By the way, this is his girlfriend right here. Look at this beautiful smile right here. This would be there. Look at that smile there. Beautiful couple there. There is a GoFundMe, so we will read that as well. A loving memory of Kevin Rodriguez Zavala. Veronica Cosio is organizing this fundraiser and is donation protected, ladies and gentlemen. In loving memory of Kevin Rodriguez Zavala, is with heavy hearts that we share the passing of our beloved brother, son, uncle, and friend, Kevin Rodriguez Zavala. Kevin Rodriguez Zavala, who tragically lost his life in an unexpected accident. Kevin was truly one of a kind. He had an old soul, wise beyond his years, with a heart full of compassion, love, and understanding. He was the kind of person who always made time to listen, offer thoughtful advice, and lift others up, even when he faced challenges of his own. Despite the restrictions and obstacles he encountered throughout his life, Kevin met them all with great strength and an unwavering spirit. He overcame so much, and he did so with quiet resilience and humility. Kevin was deeply loved by everyone who knew him. As a son, he brought warmth and pride to our parents' hearts. As a brother and uncle, he was a source of laughter, guidance, and unconditional love. As a friend, he was loyal, thoughtful, and always present. His presence lit up every room, and his absence leaves a space no one can fill. We are asking for support during this incredibly difficult time to help cover the funeral and memorial expenses, so we can honor Kevin's life the way he truly deserves. Any contribution, no matter how small, is deeply appreciated. If you're unable to donate, sharing this page with others would mean the world to us. Thank you for keeping Kevin and our family in your thoughts and prayers. With love, the Rodriguez Zavala family. So they have a goal of $16,000. They have raised $11,793. So I will drop the GoFundMe in the live chat. I'm sorry, y'all weren't able to see that. My bad. And don't worry, I'll read it again. We got time. This is our show, okay? So let me do that one more time here. Okay. In love and memory of Kevin Rodriguez Zavala, Veronica Cosio is organizing this fundraiser, donation protected. In love and memory of Kevin Rodriguez Zavala, it is with heavy hearts that we share the passing of our beloved brother, son, uncle, and friend, Kevin Rodriguez Zavala, who tragically lost his life in an unexpected accident. Kevin was truly one of a kind. He had an old soul, wise beyond his years, with a heart full of compassion, love, and understanding. He was the kind of person who always made time to listen, offer thoughtful advice, and lift others up, even when he was facing challenges of his own. Despite the restrictions and obstacles he encountered throughout his life, Kevin met them all with great strength and an unwavering spirit. He overcame so much that he did so with quiet resilience and humility. Kevin was deeply loved by everyone who knew him. As a son, he brought warmth and pride to our parents' hearts. As a brother and uncle, he was a source of laughter, guidance, and unconditional love. As a friend, he was loyal, thoughtful, and always present. His presence lit up every room. His absence leaves a space no one can fill. We are asking for support during this incredibly difficult time to help cover the funeral and memorial expenses so we can honor Kevin's life the way he truly deserves. Any contribution, no matter how small, is deeply appreciated. If you are unable to donate, sharing this page with others would mean the world to us. Thank you for keeping Kevin and our family in your thoughts and prayers. With love, the Rodriguez Solana family. They are trying to raise $16,000. They have raised $11,793. Like I said, very sad situation. This does not mean Epic Universe is a horrible park. This does not mean that slander should be thrown down. And like I said, conspiracy theory should not be running amok. This was a human being. And I send much love to his girlfriend as well. I don't know if his girlfriend has any kids, but if she does have kids, prayers up to them too, because it seemed like that picture, they were really in love. And with everything that the world has lost since 2020, quite frankly, what the world needs now is love, sweet love. No, not just for some, but for everyone. Kevin, one love, all love to you, and we will take a break. We'll be back right after this. We are live on tour. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. We'll be back right after this.
Beyond this gate, find gardens green and epic worlds to fill your dreams.
Introducing the greatest escape in the Caribbean, the island you've been waiting for. Welcome to the Great Life on Great Stirrup Cay. This is the greatest pool you've ever seen life, 28,000 square feet of it, and the epic water park life. It's where you can truly experience the whoa life and the floating through paradise life. It's time to escape to a mind-blowing, sky-high tower of water slides and the Here We Go life. Escape to the one more please wherever you please life and kick it into high gear. Escape to where you can kick back and relax. The great life is waiting. Escape to the incredible new Great Stirrup Cay, only with Norwegian Cruise Line. Introducing the great
Power 923 Jams and the Arkansas Minority Health Commission encourages you to take the COVID-19 vaccine to help keep you and your loved ones safe. Involved in our community, the People Station, Power 923 Jams. KIPR Pine Bluff, Little Rock, KFOG, Little Rock, a Cumulus Media Station. And now, back to the jams. Hip-hop. Drake.
Girls want girls where I'm from. Yeah, well, girls want girls where
R&B. J. Howell.
Just cause I love you and you love me.
And now, bumping back-to-back continuous music with another fresh new jam. Heard here first on the People Station, Power 923 Jams.
I got a question for you. What does this city know about luxury? Huh? What does a town that's been to hell and back know about the finer things in life? Well, I'll tell you. More than most. You see, it's the hottest fires that make the hardest steel. Add hard work and conviction, and the know-how that runs generations deep in every last one of us. That's who we are. That's our story. Now, it's probably not the one you've been reading in papers, the one being written by folks who've never even been here and don't know what we're capable of. Because when it comes to luxury, it's as much about where it's from as who it's for. Now, we're from America, but this isn't New York City, or the Windy City, or Sin City, and we're certainly no one's Emerald City.
This is the Motor City, and this is what we do.
I'm loving it. I'm loving y'all right back. Welcome back into Brainley's Virtual Tour Live. Glad to have all of you here in the building with me. All right, let's roll on because we do have more destinations here for you all. From Deadline.com, Angry Birds 3 adds Mr. Beast, Celia Matter, and more. Releasing now Christmas season 2026. Yes, Mr. Beast. Yeah, no, Mr. Beast is going to be in Angry Birds 3. So leading YouTuber Mr. Beast and Webby Award winner Celia Matter are joined the Paramount theatrical release of the Angry Birds movie 3. In addition, Anthony Padilla is reprising his role as Hal. In addition, Ian Headcox as Bubbles. The threequel from director John Bryce flies into theaters on Wednesday, December 23rd, 2026. A shift up from its previous January 29th, 2027 release date. Give me a moment, y'all. Lord You know, I just try my very best to breathe. I know that everything will be a-okay at the time, you know. Give me a moment, y'all. Give me a moment. You know, y'all, swear to God, sometimes adulting gets very difficult. It really is. But you keep your head up, stay focused on your purpose, and you keep going. Sorry, y'all. Yep. Come on now. Angry Birds Movie 3 will come in the wake of Doom Part 3 and Avengers Doomsday on December. Okay, y'all give me one moment here. Give me one moment. Give me one moment. One moment, y'all. One moment. Sorry, y'all. Sorry, y'all. Sorry, y'all. Sorry, y'all. Sorry, y'all. Okay. Sorry. We're good. Having a human moment while being on live, okay? The threequel from director John Rice flies into theaters on Wednesday, December 23rd, 2026, a shift up from its previous January 29th, 2027 release date. Angry Birds Movie 3 will come in the wake of Doom Part 3 and Avengers Doomsday on December 18th and will precede a Warner Bros. Event movie in focus features Robert Eggers' Werewolf. Today's additional cast joined previously announced Jason Sudeikis as Red, Josh Gad as Chuck, Rachel Bloom as Silver, Danny McBride's mom, Emma Myers, Keke Palmer, Tim Robinson, Lily James, Marcelo Hernandez, Walker Scoble, Sam Richardson, Anna Cuthbert, Machari Krishman, Nikki Glazer, James Austin Johnson, and Psalm West. Thorough Van Orman wrote the screenplay and is executive producer with Toro Nakara. Producers are John Cohen and Dan Truba and Carla Connor. Rovo and Sega are producing alongside Namit Motoro and his production company Prime Focus Studios in partnership with Flywheel Media and One Cool Group and Dentsu. Mr. Beast, aka Jimmy Donaldson, is the leading YouTuber with more than 436 million subscribers, nearly 1 billion followers across social platforms, and over 2 billion monthly views. Mr. Beast is known for his viral spectacles, engaging challenges, and massive giveaways, including millions of dollars in food and supplies for those in need. He's the founder of the media and product company Beast Industries and has the fastest growing global chocolate brand, Feastables. He also has Amazon Prime's Video's most watched unscripted series ever, Beast Games. In May of 2025, the series was renewed for seasons 2 and 3. Matter is a content career with over 30 million followers and the co-founder of Sincerely Yours. She was named favorite female career at the 2025 Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards and won the 2025 Webby Award in the Kids and Family category. Padilla is a Los Angeles-based actor, comedian, director, artist, and internet personality, best known as the co-founder of the digital comedy brand Smosh. Smosh has grown from one of YouTube's earliest sketch comedy channels into a noble, independent, career-led comedy brand on the internet, along with Ian Hedcock's. Anthony founded Smosh in 2005, where he writes, directs, produces, and acts in a number of sketches, as well as oversees the creative direction of Smosh with Ian, helping lead Smosh into a new era of creator-led comedy. Padilla made his film debut in Smosh the Movie in 2015, and a voiceover role in the Angry Birds movie and its sequel. His interview series, I Spent a Day With, has featured conversations with internet celebrities and survivors of crime and natural disasters. Internet personality Andrew Hedgecock is the founder of Smosh. Is the co-founder of Smosh, with Padilla. Following Smosh reacquisition by Ian and Anthony in 2023, he now co-leads the company's creative direction, helping steer original series like Try Not to Laugh, Smosh Summer Games, and new adventures like Bit City. His web series productions include Croczilla and Orish High School Bow. He has appeared in films such as the Angry Birds movie. The first 2 Angry Birds movies had racked up north of $500 million at the global box office. So first of all, I'm very excited for Angry Birds, the Angry Birds movie 3 to come out. It's just the Mr. Beast of it all. Like, I don't think Mr. Beast has ever done a movie before, so like this is gonna be new for him. Not mad, just a little bit confused, but we'll see. We'll see. We shall see. All right. So, yes, indeed there. All right. More Brain News Virtual Tour Live coming up right from this space right here, right now. Check this out from WKYC Studios Channel 3. Buckeye Bridge program promises tuition-free path from Columbus State to Ohio State. The program guarantees admission to Ohio State's Columbus campus and is available to qualifying students wanting to pursue a bachelor degree. From Columbus, Ohio, low and middle income students who earn an associate degree at Columbus State Community College will soon be able to finish a bachelor's degree at the Ohio State University with no cost for tuition or mandatory fees under a new partnership called Buckeye Bridge. The new program announced Monday will cover up to 8 semesters of coursework or until student completes a bachelor degree, whichever is first. To qualify, there are some requirements. Students must be an Ohio resident, complete an associate degree at Columbus State, file a FAFSA annually by the priority deadline, maintain full-time active enrollment at Ohio State, and have a family adjusted gross income AGI of $100,000 or less. Verify for FAFSA. The program guarantees admission to Ohio State's Columbus campus that's available to qualifying students wanting to pursue a bachelor degree. At Columbus State, our focus is on talent development and economic prosperity for our students in the region. Dave Harrison, president of Columbus State Community College Buckeye Bridge, will have a huge impact on both. Ohio State is proud of our long-standing partnership with Columbus State. The Buckeye Bridge program takes that to the next level, said Ted Carter, president of the Ohio State University. We will ensure we put students in a position to succeed. The cost of higher education has gotten significantly more expensive expensive in recent years. The Education Data or Data Initiative reports the average cost of tuition and fees at a public four-year institution has increased by 141%. 141%. Since 2005 and 2025, the average cost of attendance at a four-year public school is $27,146. Tuition makes up an average of $9,750 of that. This cost is something many students have taken into account when planning for their future and where they go. I mean, yes, once you get a job, you'll be able to pay it off. I'd rather work a part-time job while going to school and pay off and have no debt and just start making money right off the bat, said Columbus State student Brady Williams. Williams is currently a firefighter paramedic student. Come through. Yes, indeed. And said his choice to come to Columbus State was about money. He could work a construction job and some other jobs in order to cover the cost to attend. When you look at community colleges here, there are a lot less than OSU or Michigan that have a pretty big price tag with education. And education is dissimilar, said Sebastian Bargum, a Columbus State nursing student. Buckeye Bridge will officially launch for students graduating from Columbus State in spring of 2026 and seeking to start at Ohio State that autumn semester. So congratulations there. There is Bruce the Buckeye talking to somebody about what's going on for sure there. So congratulations to Ohio for making this happen. Awesome stuff. So if you are going to Columbus State, you could get a bachelor degree for free. Okay, so shout out to that. The link is in my description box below on that. Speaking of getting a free education, Emory University to become tuition free for students whose families earn less than $200,000 annually. This comes to us from Atlanta News First. Beginning fall 2026, Emory University will be tuition free for students whose families earn less than $200,000 a year. Interim University President Leah Ward Sears announced Wednesday the Emory Advantage Plus program will be eligible for new and returning undergraduate students who meet the income requirements, offering free tuition to every student whose family income is $200,000 or less. Is about leadership, Sears said. We want great students to come here without the regard to cost, and we do everything in our power to give them a great education without the burden of crushing debt. When students sit at the kitchen table with their parents to discuss college, I don't want finances to be a consideration, Sears added. If they qualify to come to Emory and they want to come to Emory, we will make sure they can afford Emory. The original Emory Advantage program started in 2007 to assist students from families with lower incomes. The university expanded the program in 2022 by replacing need-based loans with institutional grants and scholarships as a part of undergraduate students' financial aid packages. Roughly 3,100 students currently receive Emory Advantage. Emory University's estimated cost of tuition for the 2025-2026 school year is $33,540 per semester, which is $67,080 annually. The university says that over the next 4 years, its undergraduate financial aid commitment will exceed $1 billion. Nick Wondrick, a junior at Emory, said he is currently using a music scholarship and loans to pay for school. He said getting free tuition will be a big help. I can allocate some of the scholarship money that I have toward different things like my housing or towards a meal plan. Obviously, it would mean less debt for me in the future. Warwick said Emory Advantage Plus is more than expansion of the financial aid plan. It's an expansion of opportunity, of dreams, and what is possible. Emory Sears said the future has never been brighter, and this is only just the beginning. Congratulations to Emory University there. So go to Emory University's website for more information on that. If you're in Georgia, get to that, okay? All right, everybody. Such a good show we're having here. Almost over all of our topics here. So, New Orleans misses deadline to potentially host 2031 Super Bowl. New Orleans presents Super Bowl LIX. I think that's Super Bowl 59. I think 12 years after the city last presented the game. It had hoped to do it again in 2031. That won't happen. Via Jeff Duncan of the New Orleans Times Biscayne, the failure to finalize a long-term lease before a league imposed deadline makes a bid possible. Unfortunately, the Super Bowl committee did meet yesterday. Our city cannot advance as an option on future Super Bowl games due to the fact that our lease extension has not been signed. Saints spokesperson Greg Bensel told Duncan as of last week the Saints were closing in on a new 10-year lease with 4 5-year team-held extensions. NFL spokesperson Brian McCarthy confirmed Duncan that New Orleans isn't eligible eligible to host the game. The NFL is not going to award a Super Bowl to a team that doesn't have a lease for the year in which they are requesting a Super Bowl. McCarthy told Duncan the 2026 Super Bowl will be played in Santa Clarita, California. Next year, it will return to SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, then Atlanta. The league has picked up no locations beyond 2028. Las Vegas is reportedly in the range to host the 2029 game. So there is that there. Just want to give you guys that update there. So hopefully, in due time, New Orleans will host a Super Bowl again. All right. North Carolina, Wake Forest University. Here we go. Wake Forest University will be tuition free for mid students from North Carolina families earning less than $200,000. Gateway to Wake Forest program for admitted graduates. Gateway to Wake Forest program launches for admitted undergraduates in fall of 2026. Wake Forest University announced today that undergraduates from North Carolina with annual family incomes earning less than $200,000 per year will attend tuition-free beginning for students admitted into the 2026 fall semester. For North Carolina students with an annual family income less than $100,000, financial aid will cover the cost of standard living expenses in addition to the full cost of tuition. Students from North Carolina with an annual family income between $200,000 and $300,000 will be eligible for financial aid covering 50% of tuition. Call the North Carolina Gateway to Wake Forest University. The initiative aims to create more opportunities for talented, high-achieving North Carolina students to attend Wake Forest regardless of family income. The North Carolina Gateway to Wake Forest University demonstrates our deep commitment to students from our home state. It clearly says students and families may not have considered Wake Forest because the cost of Wake Forest is within your reach. Wake Forest University President Susan R. Wentz, this initiative is also personal for me when said as a Pell Grant recipient. Private colleges in my home state felt entirely out of reach. I want talented North Carolinians from across the income spectrum to know that they can come to Wake Forest and receive a transformational education. So the North Carolina Gateway to Wake Forest University means admitted students from North Carolina for annual family income of $100,000 or less will receive financial aid covering tuition and standard living expenses. Admitted students from North Carolina for annual family income between $100,000 to $200,000 will receive financial aid covering tuition, only paying standard living expenses and applicable fees. And admitted students from North Carolina for annual family income between $200,000 and $300,000 will receive financial aid covering 50% of tuition. We want to demonstrate our affordability to our North Carolina families, affordability to North Carolina families. Vice President of Rome, Eric McGuire, said more of our undergraduate students come from North Carolina than any other state. The program will allow families to see and understand that their likely out-of-pocket costs from the beginning. That level of assurance and transparency will help more North Carolina families envision Wake Forest as a possibility. The initiative is part of Wake Forest's long-standing commitment to minimize student loans by increasing financial aid and scholarships. We are grateful for the generous support of donors when said their investments in undergraduate scholarships and financial aid at Wake Forest are crucial to our ongoing efforts to increase access and affordability for low and middle income families. Wake Forest meets 100% of demonstrated need for all admitted undergraduate students who are U.S. citizens, regardless of their family income. So congratulations there to Wake Forest University there, all right? Congratulations. So Ohio, Georgia, North Carolina, all those high school students there, you got work to do. Get that free education, all right? Yes, indeed there. All right. So this next story here, child from blacknews.com, since we're talking about universities. Black student arrested and then expelled for mocking Charlie Kirk at Candlelight Visual. Nationwide, Camryn Giselle Booker, an 18-year-old African-American student at Texas Tech University, was arrested and expelled after she now mocked Charlie Kirk's death during a campus visual. The incident, now caught in a now viral video, also led to assault charges. According to Fox 4 News, Booker was caught on video in the university's free speech area arguing with another person. At one point, she appeared to flick the man's baseball cap. Authorities believe this action is what triggered the assault charge. Flicking a cap is not assault, child. Okay. The Lubbock County Assistant District Attorney confirmed that Booker was arrested and later released on bond. Court records listed her bond at $200. Though no further details about the case were released, the video quickly spread quickly spread across social media through responses from state leaders. Texas Governor Greg Abbott posted on Twitter that Booker definitely picked the wrong school to taunt the death of Charlie Kirk. His post gained wide attention online. Texas Tech University later announced that Booker was no longer enrolled in a statement. The school said behavior that degrades victims of violence does not reflect its values. Officials add that all student conduct matters are handled according to policy and federal law. North Region's Chairman Cody Campbell echoed Abbott's comment, posting the governor's message and reaffirming the university's stance. He said the university was proud of our veterans and not afraid to stand up for them. So here's the thing, right? This young lady deserves to go to school. Everybody has the right to have an opinion on this. And here is the video right here. Let me show y'all this here from Fox 4. Here we go. Here we go. Oh my Lord. Okay, give me a moment, y'all. It's pulling up something else. Give me a moment. All right, here we go.
Homie dead. Fuck your homie dead. Fuck your homie dead. He got shot in his head. Fuck your homie dead.
Yeah, fuck your homie dead. Evil is real, people, and it kind of looks like that. Evil. Evil. Murder is bad. She is evil. Have not said. Why are you being so hateful?
Why are you so hateful? Why are you so hateful? Why are you so hateful? Yeah.
Hey, can somebody tell her to back up?
Can you not put the camera in my face?
I'm sitting here. You walked up to me.
Okay, well,
I don't want this. I said
Actually, you're standing, sir. Okay.
Just leave it alone. Please don't come after me.
Ma'am,
I want to be left alone.
I'm not emotional, ma'am. Don't tell me what I am and what I'm not. You can get out of my face because I can tell you what you are, but you won't like it.
You're being aggressive. You're being aggressive.
I'm not being aggressive. My voice is very calm. You're calling me aggressive because I'm a black woman.
Not at all.
No, we're not. I'm very.
And basically, those white bastards, that white bastard and that white bastardess who should have been swallowed by both of their fucking mothers, did this shit unnecessarily. She had the right to have her opinion. It is what it is. And honestly, I hope that this young lady gets to go to a college on a full ride scholarship. So hopefully some celebrity be like, listen, don't worry, we'll move you to a college where you can have the right to freedom of speech. And also, too, I wonder how many people lost their job for mocking George Floyd. D.L. Hughley said that. Now, I do want to say this. Megyn Kelly. Megan, you just had to open up your mouth today, didn't you? Okay. I just want to make sure that we get this straight here, okay? Just want to make sure we get this straight because this is ridiculous. Wait till y'all see this. Megyn Kelly is the white female version of Stephen A. Smith and Thirsty Toxicity, okay? I'll say that 2 more times. Megyn Kelly is the white female version of Stephen A. Smith and Thirsty Toxicity. Megyn Kelly is the white female version of Stephen A. Smith and Thirsty Toxicity. Okay, so let's look at this here.
Call names all the time. But what you're not gonna do is call me ugly. Because this face card ain't never been declined. What I would say that you might want to do, and shout out to my boy Don Lemon for bringing this to our attention. Instead of worrying about what the fuck I look like, about what my mascara I use or don't use, perhaps you should be more worried about what's happening in your house.
Maybe people would like you and the women would like you more if you weren't such a, what you said about my former
bitch,
colleague.
Cunt, slut.
And by the way, Megan, let me just say something.
Waste of existence.
Deal with your own house and tell your husband to stop looking at my husband across the room. It's weird.
Call names all the time. Megan, you got more pressing things to worry about than what the fuck Jamel Hill's saying. You got more pressing things to worry about than what's coming out of my mouth, according to Don Lemon. So if I were you, I'd deal with that and worry less about what I'm wearing. Worry less about what foundation number I'm using. If I'm using MAC products or Fenty Beauty, I wouldn't worry about that. I worry about my house because we good over here. And finally, let me leave you with this. In case it was any doubt after this about how I feel about you, I'm going to make this abundantly clear. Here's what I think about you.
Fuck you. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Fuck you, fuck your mama, fuck your daddy, fuck the horse you rode in on, fuck everybody who loves you, who cares about you, who has ever supported you in your life.
I want us, and when I say prostitute, I mean being the prostitute for just accepting anything to exist. Because this woman here said blackface was okay as long as you did a costume. This woman was SA'd along with other women who were SA'd at Fox News by Roger Ailes. SA is not cool here, there, or anywhere. Let's get that straight. But then you go over to NBC News to be sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows, this, that, and the third, and do Sunday Night with Megyn Kelly, and you interview Alex Jones, who did a whole conspiracy theory about the Sandy Hook powing where children died. You fucking white trick. But you want to call somebody ugly, though? Let's play this.
I'm going to play Jamel Hill, speaking of so-called journalists who have
So-called journalists, but yet you're on Sirius XM, which is a part of legacy media because you have ABC News that has done content on there. You have the Today Show that has a channel there. You have NBC News Now. You have CBS that's done content there as well. And you also have Fox News Radio on there. And also, too, YouTube is a mainstream platform. Sweetie, you are an attorney. You're not a journalist. Fuck wrong with you.
it all wrong. Here's this jerk, Stop 15.
Of course, as you all know, in the wake of Charlie's murder, there was an incredible amount of angry discourse from...
I do want to play Jamel Hill, speaking of...
Diddy.
Okay, first of all, a coat of mascara would be your friend. I'm just going to tell this to you, woman to woman on television. You need a little work, and you should have them back off the camera a little bit because you are not attractive enough to have that.
Diddy.
Okay, first of all, attractive enough to have that extreme close-up. Push away your laptop, Jamel, and add a filter or two. Honestly, like, we actually don't use any on this show because I do put on makeup, so I look presentable, but you need work because you can't both be ugly on the outside and the inside. You need to choose one, okay? Choose attractive enough to have that extreme close-up. That is disgusting. That was absolutely disgusting. Mm-hmm. Fuck her. Mm-hmm. It's weird how she lost the points about him being a furry, loving, trans dating, I don't even know what this guy's fetishes were, but leftist ideology infected guy who wrote on his bullets that.
So, furry community is the furry community, this, that, and the third. So you're against the LGBTQIA plus community, but yet your husband's looking at Don Lemon's husband. Now, I just want to pull up something here. From ABC News.
You may have heard that there was a dust-up involving yours truly and presidential contender Donald Trump. You've called women you don't like fat pigs, dogs, slobs, and disgusting animals. Your Twitter account...
Only Rosie O'Donnell. The fact is, she asked me a very inappropriate question. She should really be apologizing to me. You want to know the truth. You could see there was blood coming out of her eyes, blood coming out of her wherever.
So did you forget that he said that there was blood coming out of your vagina? Vagina! But you want to call Jamel Hill ugly. And I bet you won't leave Sirius XM. I bet you that much. I bet you won't get off of YouTube. Because, Megan, let's be honest, sweetheart. You only exist because people allow you to exist. Okay, let's keep going.
Wherever. And I said, how much of this do you take? I have zero respect for Megyn Kelly. I don't think she's very good at what she does. I think she's highly overrated.
Trump, who is the front runner, will not apologize. And I certainly will not apologize for doing good journalism.
Firing off a series of negative late night.
Megyn Kelly must have been on vacation. She was really off her game. Let me go back here.
Listen.
Firing off a series.
Because, like, really.
Firing off a
I like the Kelly found much better without Megyn Kelly. Perhaps she should take another 11-day unscheduled vacation. The bimbo back in town. I hope not for long.
Series of
looks like no clue something, but I guess did not want to confront Cornel West in some shape, form, or fashion there.
Series of negative late night tweets about Fox News anchor and Republican debate co-moderator Megyn Kelly, retweeting a comment calling her a bimbo.
Right here, was afraid to confront Dr. Cornel West, no clue on immigration.
On Tuesday, Fox News chairman Roger Ailes demanding an apology from Trump.
It's a very small element in my life, Megyn Kelly. I don't care about Megyn Kelly, but no, I would not apologize. She should probably apologize to me, but I just don't care.
But Fox News has had enough, pulling the interview after Trump ridiculed its political coverage and its anchor Megyn Kelly yet again, calling Kelly a lightweight on Twitter Tuesday.
Bizarre, because I became the story. He was so very focused on me that I became the story, and you never want to be the story when you're a news person. You want to be covering the story. So it was truly like an Alice through the Looking Glass experience.
So you went on Good Morning America, right? But you don't like mainstream media. Interesting. So you called Jamel Hill ugly, but yet you went through this shit? Okay, all right.
The showdown that didn't happen. Trump and co-moderator Megyn Kelly remaining civil after their epic battle at the first debate.
Mr. Trump, hi.
Hello.
How you doing?
Nice to be with you, Megyn.
Great to have you here.
You're looking well. You're looking
How are you? If Trump is a sexual predator, then it's a big story.
You are fascinated with sex and you don't care about public policy.
Me?
Now, that's
Really?
what I get out of watching you tonight.
You know what, Mr. Speaker, I'm not fascinated by sex, but I am fascinated by the protection of women. And
wait a minute. Let's go back.
Protection of women. By the protection of I am fascinated by the protection of women, but I am fascinated by the protection of women.
That's what she said. She's fascinated by the protection of women. But yet you call Jamel Hill ugly. What are we doing here?
And understanding what we're getting in the Oval Office.
Thank you to ABC for that. She also did a interview here, right? Talking about the threats that 47 did right here, right?
Franklin University makes it possible.
I am showing these videos here. They exist because you're not going to, because what you're not going to do is say one thing and then believe that you can get away with what you said. And you say you worry about morality, but yet you said what you said. And then right here, 47 on Megyn Kelly blood comment, I was going to say ears or nose. Megyn, you really should shut the fuck up. Now, with that being said, it's time for a positive news story here. Wendy Williams to sit for deposition in lawsuit over Lifetime doc despite dementia diagnosis. This came out 1 day ago. Lifetime's parent company A&E Networks, who's looking into potentially pursuing a sale of A&E, Global Media, which is owned by Hearst Communications and Disney 50-50 split there, has scored a small victory in the ongoing lawsuit surrounding the controversial Wendy Williams docuseries. According to court documents obtained by People, a judge has ruled that Wendy must sit in a deposition in the legal battle over Lifetime's Where Is Wendy Williams project, despite her diagnosis of frontotemporal dementia and primary progressive aphasia. The deposition, known as the Ben-Ease proceeding, will allow attorneys to question Wendy in advance, given concerns that her cognitive health may decline further. The court has also set a deadline requiring the deposition to take place by November 4th, and or that several accommodations be made for her medical condition. Legal case stems from Wendy's guardian, Sabrina Mosley, suing to block the release of the documentary, claimed it exploited her vulnerabilities. The network moved forward, however, releasing the series both drew heavy criticism and public concern for Wendy's well-being. Development comes as normalcy awaits a ruling on whether she will remain Wendy's guardian and whether the former talk show TV host rather even needs a guardianship at all. So there is that there. And finally, I want y'all to see this. Apparently this happened too. So this is the original clip here. So let me do this. Now this story is just a funny right here. This is just a funny. Here we go.
They would be embarrassed.
Read them to her.
Pop my butt, pop my butt. Pop my butt, pop my butt.
Do you know what pop my butt meant to Harriet Tubman? Do you know what that meant? It meant a whip. It meant a whip to her. Rosa Parks sat on the bus. Read that to her. Go ahead.
Everything I want, I have.
Really?
Everything I want, I have.
You know what she wanted? A seat on the damn bus.
Sit down, she was tired.
Yeah, and you sing that. And what are you talking about? Go ahead, tell her what you're talking about when you say it.
But I turn up where I'm at, because I'm a frost bitch. I pay the cost to be the boss bitch.
Oh, you telling Sojourner Truth you the boss bitch?
Yeah, they would be embarrassed.
So,
read them.
From this original clip, this happened.
Pop my butt, pop my butt.
Do you know what pop my butt meant to Harriet Tubman? Do you know what that meant? It meant a whip. Rosa Parks sat on the bus. Read that to her. Go ahead.
Pop my butt. Pop my butt, pop my butt.
Do you know what pop my butt meant to Harriet Tubman? Do you know what that meant? It meant a whip. Rosa Parks sat on the bus.
So here's some news here, and she also said she has a surprise when someone in the comment section says she missed her on TV. I'm excited. So you never know what's going to be happening on TikTok. This is a viral trend from TikTok. Shout out to Usher's son, Naveed, for using the audio for the humorous post. So I think what Ayala is trying to say is there are sacrifices that people have made for us to be more than what we are portraying. And with that being said, everybody, that's the damn show. I'm gonna turn on my camera now because we done the whole show for over an hour. Yes, we have. Y'all, that's it. That's all I got for y'all. One love, much love, all love. I feel love is sending it right back to you. Tonight we're gonna be doing a deep dive live on something very, very important. And believe you me, you need to know about it. Got this in my email inbox last night from Afrotech, which is a brand of Blavity. And this needs to be talked about. So we will talk about this tonight. One love, much love, all love. I feel love is sending it right back to you. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. Bye, everybody.
I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
Are video games getting too expensive? This episode, we want to find some common ground because the CEOs want to raise the price even more.
Not with these broken ass games.
$5 million. That's how much San Andreas costs to make. Is it their fault for selling or our fault for buying?
Corporations claim all this stuff. Devs say otherwise.
Sports gamers, cozy gamers, whatever you call the people who play Power Wash Simulator.
I think it stings a little bit more because I'm spending my actual money and my mom
is not. Imagine they get rid of all movie theaters and then charge you the same price to watch the same movie at home.
That's like every streaming service. It doesn't have to be the longest of games, but am I having fun with it? This is Lex. I'm Ronell. Let's get right into it.
Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content.
Child Relevant over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child Relevant over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child Relevant over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time.